Yes, Mrs. Riley, I do understand. No, look, I will stop in and check in on Scotty. I will. Okay, please remember one thing. He's a very strong young man, and he's been through a lot already, okay? He'll be fine. Okay? Don't worry. Please? Okay, I will. Goodbye.
Who's Scotty?
No, he's a patient of mine. A former patient of mine. 12-year-old boy. He's scared to death. Well, at least his mom is. He's been readmitted to the hospital. He's got a new doctor, and he keeps asking for me.
Oh, Cliff.
His mom wants me to stop in and take a look at him.
Well, that's a vote of confidence for you.
Yeah, I guess so.
Cliff, you're a good doctor.
I was.
You still are. And a temporary suspension doesn't mean that your talents have just disappeared. Are you going to go see him?
Yeah. Look, if I can't be a doctor, at least I can be some kind of support and encouraging him that he's in good hands. Maybe some help, I don't know.
That would be a great deal of help.
Maybe I'll feel like I'm part of the hospital again.
Honey, you're working at the lab.
That's not the same thing, Nina.
Well, I thought that's why you took
my hands tied in there. I can't even make a suggestion. I think Joe Martin made up this job, so I'd have something to do.
No, you're the one who said he just wanted to help.
Yeah, I know. It just keeps getting harder and harder.
I got here just as soon as I could.
Why? What's happening?
I just learned that the Zoning and the Planning Commission, they met very early this morning and they approved the variance for that gambling mall.
Oh, no. Well, isn't there something we can do to make them reverse the decision?
Not if Chandler's paid them off.
And he undoubtedly did.
Yes, but we have to stop him, zoning or no zoning.
Well, that's easier said than done, Phoebe.
There's only one way we can do it, and that's to get that referendum on the ballot. Now, I've got the petitions all ready. And what we have to do is to get absolutely everybody we know out on the streets getting signatures.
But Phoebe, 5,000 signatures is an awful lot to gather so quickly.
What? Are you going to give up without even trying?
Well, I don't know. There's not enough time, dear.
Listen, we have morality on our side. We have to win.
Dear Erica, here it is, finished and off to the publisher. Thought you'd like to be among the first to read about my adventures in Tibet. Also, I'd like your reactions. Mike.
What's that?
Oh, nothing, just some mail. In fact, it's the manuscript of Mike Roy's new book.
Why did he send it to you?
He wants my reactions. I didn't ask him for it.
I should hope not.
I mean, why should I? I've never had the least interest in Tibet.
I won't allow any man, Mike Roy or anyone else, to get too near my wife. Understand?
Well, he wouldn't dare. Not after what I told him.
I wouldn't put anything past him. Darling, if he tries to contact you again, I'll make it very clear I mean what I say.
Hi, Mrs. Wallingford. It's Tad.
Oh, yes, Ted.
Hi, I'm sorry to disturb you, but I was wondering if I could talk to Hillary.
I'm sorry, but I'm afraid you can't. You see, she left word that she'd really rather not speak with you in case you called.
Oh, well, Mrs. Wallingford, couldn't you persuade her?
I'd rather not interfere, if you don't mind, Tad.
I see. Thank you anyway, Mrs. Wallingford.
I'm sorry to be the bearer of bad news.
No, I understand. Goodbye.
Well, hey, you look like you've lost your best friend.
No, it's worse than that.
You want to talk about it?
Why should I? You and Dad don't seem too impressed with my problem.
Now, that's not true, Tad.
Really? I thought you'd gotten fed up with the whole situation after that Ferguson deal.
Tad, that doesn't mean that I don't care about you and what upset you. I may be angry, but I still love you.
Sure.
In fact, if I didn't love you so much, I probably wouldn't be so angry. Honey, it's because I love you that I care what happens to you.
Well, if you really want to know, I can't even get to first base with the only girl in town that I care about.
Hillary?
Who else?
What's the problem?
The problem is I've tried every way I can possibly conceive of to impress her, and she's still completely
unimpressed, huh?
It's driving me up the wall. The first time I've ever cared about anybody like this, and she won't even come to the phone.
Tad, do you think that maybe you've been trying too hard to impress her?
Never thought of that.
You know, sometimes it can really scare her.
Genius, that's it! I'll play the one that's hard to get. That's the answer.
Honey, what I mean is that
I don't believe I didn't see this before. It's worked for me plenty of times. When I'm unavailable, the girl gets interested.
I don't think that you quite
Mom,
understand.
you're beautiful. Don't say another word. You saved my whole day.
Tad,
Now then, Langley, dear, I want you to cover the north side. Here you go. That's from Bellevue on up to the golf course.
Right.
Palmer, you cover everything around the golf course and as far as, all the estates around Brookfield Park. When you get through there, drive on over to Crescent and hit every house there.
This certainly is a first for me. Oh, Daisy went off to the serving spoon bright and early. She'll get every customer's signature there.
Madness, but Brooke's already out on her beat, going door to door downtown. You see, we have to get the most people possible in the short... Please, go.
Are you angry with me? Hillary, please, can you just sit down?
No, I said I want you to leave.
I'm sorry if the kiss upset you.
Hillary? Hillary? You haven't heard a word I said. Mrs. Wallingford, I'm sorry. Please, would you mind repeating it? Well, Langley and Palmer have already left. Now, here, I want you to cover the south side, dear. That is from Chester over to Randolph. Here, you can see it right here. It's a square right in there. Then, as soon as you finish there, you come back here. I'll give you a new area and more petitions to sign, a whole batch of them.
Okay, I should cover that in a couple of hours.
Good girl. So watch out, south side, here I come. Oh, no! Wait! What is it? I can't send you to the south side. I just realized.
Why not?
Well, because, dear, that's where the Martins live, and you wouldn't want to take the chance of running into Tad Martin, now would you? Of course you wouldn't. So I'll have to give you another area. You can come with me. We'll cover the village, and somebody else can take care of the south side.
No. That's quite all right. I am not going to back down on my civic duty because of Tad Martin.
I'm sure Dr. Voigt knows his stuff and all, but it's still not the same as having you look after me, Dr. Warner.
I wish I could, Scotty. It's just not that simple.
Yeah, but you've always been my doctor, and I like you better than anybody else around here. I mean, couldn't you just keep me on, please?
Buddy, listen, there's nothing I'd like better. Only right now, I'm kind of on leave from the hospital.
On a vacation?
Yeah, something like that. Anyway, I'm not practicing medicine right now, but I will be soon, and I want to tell you one thing. When I am, you're going to be my patient again.
Oh.
Until I am, I want you to do me a big favor, okay? Trust Dr. Voigt. Trust that he's doing what's right for you. Okay? He's a good man.
Yeah, I'll try.
Okay. That's the spirit.
I'd still feel safer with you.
Thank you. That does mean a lot to me.
You know, I wouldn't be a bit scared if you were doing that operation.
What do you mean? What operation?
Well, tomorrow. That's what I'm in here for.
I had no idea that you were scheduled for surgery. Nurse, could I see this patient's chart, please?
I'm not sure, Dr. Voigt.
Just get me the chart. Thank you.
Adam, don't get yourself all worked up over nothing. I mean, my goodness, Mike only sent me a manuscript. Maybe he thought that I needed a little Eastern enlightenment.
I wish he wouldn't even think of you at all.
Adam, it was just an innocent gesture on Mike's part, really.
I wish I could believe that.
You can. Take my word for it, please. Please, Mike is not trying to take me away from you. And even if he were, I mean, I wouldn't let him because I don't care about him. I only care about you.
I needed you to say that. Darling, you have no idea in the world how much I love you. And then sometimes it does make me insecure and, yes, jealous. Very, very jealous.
Well, please don't be. Don't.
I've never felt about any woman the way I feel about you. You're my whole world, and the thought of losing you.
Well, you're not going to. I did. Hello?
Erica? Erica, we've got to talk.
What number are you calling?
What? Oh, is Adam in the room with you?
That's correct. But there is no one here by that name.
All right, Erica. Listen, I'll get in touch with you later.
Yes. I think it's a good idea that you check with the operator. Goodbye. Wrong number. What are you doing?
Making sure he doesn't put a note somewhere between his pages, or maybe a message in the margin.
Adam?
I wouldn't put anything past him.
Oh, Adam, come on. He wouldn't dare ride me in this house.
He sent you this, didn't he? Huh? No, I think the only way that he'll get the message that you don't want to have anything more to do with him is to send this back via my secretary.
Fine. It's fine with me.
Miss Martin? Oh. Hi, I don't know if you remember me. I'm Hillary Wilson.
Oh, yes, of course I remember you. We were introduced at Erica's cocktail party. How nice to see you.
Right. Well, the reason I'm here is I'm collecting signatures for the petition to call for a referendum on the proposed gambling law.
Yeah, indeed.
And you see, if the construction is allowed to proceed...
You don't have to convince me. I will be very happy to sign. I do not want to see our lovely town ruined.
Oh, great. I was hoping you'd say that. Would you sign right there?
Sure. Thank you. A second now. No. My husband and I have lived in Pine Valley a long time. And I care a great deal about every inch of this town. Oops. Okay, there you go.
Thank you so much.
Listen, why don't you give me a few of those petitions, and I'll see what I can do to help the cause.
Oh, that would be wonderful. We can use all the help we can get.
Well, I'll do my best.
Thank you. Well, I guess I better be going. I've got a lot of ground to cover.
Oh, I'm awfully glad that we had this chance to talk. I mean, everything was so rushed at the cocktail party. And I've heard so many very nice things about you.
Oh? From who?
Well, as a matter of fact, from my son Tad. He's one of your greatest admirers.
Really? How nice. Is Tad home?
Yes. Yes, he is. If you can stay a couple of minutes, I'll go and get him.
Thank you.
Dad? Dad?
What?
Oh. Honey, Small world apartment. Guess who's out on the porch? Hillary Wilson. I thought that you might like to say hello.
No. Tell her I'm not here.
I can't do that. I already told her that you were here, and I'm not going to lie for you.
Oh, come on, Ma, just this once.
Tad, I don't like this. I really don't like it at all.
All right, then will you please go out there and tell her that I'm not able to come downstairs?
Here's the chart you want.
Thank you, nurse.
I have to take you down to X-ray now.
Yeah, okay. Thanks for coming by to see me, Dr. Warner.
You bet, Scotty. I'm gonna come see you again, okay? Hang in there.
Take that, Doctor. May I ask what you're doing in my patient's room?
I was visiting. He's an old patient of mine.
Yeah, so I understand.
Look, I've known Scotty for a pretty long time. I know his case extremely well. I couldn't help but notice you have him scheduled for surgery. I'm not sure that's necessary.
Well, why don't we let me be the judge of that?
Well, Scotty has recovered awfully well without surgery, and you can understand I'd be a little upset seeing him put under a knife when it's not necessary.
I resent that, Dr.
Well,
Warner.
that may be, but I don't think he needs surgery.
Now, look, I'm doing what I think is best for Scotty given his present condition. He's my patient now, and I don't see any need to justify this procedure to you.
Fine, don't. How do you justify it to Scotty or his mother?
Are you suggesting that I'm doing something unethical here? Because if you are, Doctor, I think you should take one good long look at yourself before you start
wait a minute.
accusing
That
me.
has nothing to do with
That has
Scotty's
everything to
case.
do with
No, it doesn't.
You come into
You're
the room
making
of
out
my patient, you're not here.
Your voices can be heard all the way down the end of the hall.
I want you very much.
I want you very much, too.
But I love you.
I love you.
Pumpkin. Hey, sweetheart. Hi. Oh, this looks serious. You really do look very depressed today.
That's because I am.
Well, then, you know what? It's my job to cheer you up.
My bother.
Why bother? Because there's a lot of terrific things to do in life.
Can't think of any.
Oh, come on, sweetie. Hey, do you want to go on a picnic?
No.
How about, want to go shopping for some new clothes? You need some.
No.
I know. We can go see a funny movie, okay, sweetheart?
I'll just cry.
Oh, listen. I don't want you crying, okay? You are a terrific, young, beautiful girl. You are. Come on, baby. You got your whole life ahead of you. Don't be sad.
I appreciate you trying to convince me, but it's not working.
It's not working. Well, the first thing you gotta do is you gotta get up off your tush. Come on. You gotta move it, and I know how you feel, honey, but you gotta get out there in the world and meet people, and as soon as you start to date, I know that you're gonna forget about Tad. I know you will.
I just don't feel like making the effort, Mama.
Well, I feel like making the effort for you. How about if we go to the country club for dinner tonight? That might be fun. And beforehand, we could go over to the Glam Room and you can get your hair done, and a facial, and nails, and maybe even your toenails. Come on, sweetie pie. It'll make a whole new person out of you. Come on. Please.
I have to.
Yes, you have to. You never know what. You know, tonight at the country club, your Prince Charming might be waiting, you know, at the door as you walk in. You might even be on his horse. You never know. Come on, sweetheart. Just waiting for you to appear. Come on.
I don't believe in fairy tales anymore.
I do. I've never stopped. Come on, Snow White. Up you go. Come on.
All right. I'll do it.
Good. That's
But
great.
I'm not going near the Glam Room, okay? 'Cause I'd die if Tad saw me there.
I understand completely, and I'll take care of it.
Hey, Irma! Irma, do me a favor, grab the phone.
Would you excuse me, Mrs. Summers?
Sure, I'm in no hurry.
Glamorama.
Hi, this is Edna Ferguson. I wondered, is Ted Martin going to be working there today?
No, ma'am, he's got the whole day off.
Okay. He has got the entire day off, so he's not going to be anywhere around.
Joe, just take a look at the chart. He's ordered surgery for Scotty Rod. It's totally premature.
I'll be the judge of that. This isn't your case, Doctor.
Please, gentlemen, keep your voices down. Both of you.
Okay. Joe, you won't even hear me out.
Cliff, I have to agree with Dr. Voigt. This is not your case.
Joe, I have been on this case for years. Believe me, this boy's condition does not warrant surgery.
Cliff, it is not your decision. Dr. Voigt is in charge of the case now. You must not interfere.
Thanks, Joe. That's just what I've been trying to tell him. But excuse me, gentlemen, I have other patients to see.
Dr. Voigt, I'll have a talk with you about this later on. Cliff, I hope you understand why I did what I did. As
Child's
chief of
condition does not warrant surgery.
I promise you I'll review it.
That's all I'm asking, okay? That's all I'm asking. Oh, and except for one other thing.
And what's that?
I think you ought to review every surgery recommendation that man has made.
Now look, Cliff, you know I'll handle everything that needs handling.
I'm sorry, Joe. Look, let's face it, this is not working out. I know you created this job for me, especially for me. I'm a doctor. I'm not a lab technician. It's not working out. I can't hack it. Well, I think I'm turning in my notice.
Well, that's your decision.
I'm so sorry, Hillary, but it seems he can't be interrupted. Oh, I see. Well, I mean, you know how boys get when they are interrupted in the middle of watching a ball game that somehow turns out to be the most important thing in the entire world.
Sure, I understand.
Well, I'll certainly be sure that Tad signs a petition, and then I will canvass the entire hospital for you.
Thank you so much. It was really nice talking to you, Mrs. Martin.
It was nice talking to you, too, dear.
What'd she say?
Not very much. But I know that she was hurt.
Great! Thanks, Mom.
You know, I wish I hadn't done that. She seems like a very nice girl, and I feel absolutely terrible that I ruined her day.
Well, you made mine. Oh, come on, Ma. Don't you understand? Now it's her turn. Pretty soon she'll be the one beating down my door.
Just how can you be so sure?
Because I know people. I know the way they think. You always want what you can't have. It's human nature.
I thought that you cared about this girl, that you wanted an honest friendship with her.
More than anything else in the world. But first, I've got to make her a little nervous.
That is manipulation. That is not friendship.
It's direct manipulation, but one follows the other. Oh, come on, Ma, don't look at me that way. Besides, you sound like something out of a 50s movie.
Listen, some things never change, you know. And if two people cannot have an honest relationship, they are never going to have a good relationship.
Sure, Mom.
It is true. There is nothing old-fashioned about the truth, you know?
Okay. You're right. Thanks for the boost. We'll see who's right later.
Thank you so much for signing. Excuse me. I'm sure you'll want to sign this petition. It's to save Pine Valley from the gambling mob.
I most certainly do.
Oh, thank you, Miss Summers. Oh, yes, thank you, Miss Summers. Right. Oh, Evelyn! Oh, wonderful to see you here. Sit down, darling. I have something for you. I know you'll want to sign to save Pine Valley. That's it. Thank you. Oh, do come back again soon. Oh, now, girls, come here. Come here, listen. Now, we've got to get signatures from every single person in here before you give them a shampoo, a manicure, a facial permanent, anything at all. Make it very clear. There is to be no service without a signature. Right? Got it. Now, listen, I've got to save this town from being another sea city. Correct? Correct. Right. Go on, do your stations. Okay. Enid! Oh, what perfect timing, my dear. Just in time to sign this petition. Just to get it on the ballot.
I've signed it already.
Oh, wonderful. Well, maybe you'd like to help me go door to door, get some more signatures.
Oh, well, of course, I'd love to, but I'm about to have my nails done.
Oh.
It is nice to see you doing something good for Pine Valley. For a change.
I beg your pardon?
Well, darling, I mean, from what I hear, you're really responsible for this whole mess.
Where did you ever get an idea like that?
Phoebe, it's common knowledge that you sold your land to Adam Chandler at a tidy profit, no doubt. But if you hadn't, there'd be no need for all these signatures.
That is a misrepresentation of the grossest kind. Well, of course, it's true that I sold my land to Mr. Chandler, but it was a strict understanding that that would be kept in a trust as a preserve for wildlife. I had the slightest idea he was going to turn it into a gambling mall.
Well, I understand Palmer Cortland acted as his agent in the sale?
Yes, but that is all in the past. Palmer is working very hard now to alert the whole town to the danger. He's going out getting signatures on this petition so we can get it on the ballot.
To assuage his guilt, no doubt.
Now, that is not fair. He spoke out very bravely on television yesterday, and he's going from one end of town to another getting signatures this very minute.
Yes, well, I, for one, would hate to see Pine Valley ruined.
Well, so would I, my dear.
Of course.
Well, attention, everyone. Would you look who's here? Look here. If you would like to meet the wife of the man who seems determined to destroy Pine Valley, here she is in the flesh. I don't see how you have the nerve to show your face in public. But then I suppose you'll stand by Adam Chandler the way Eva Braun stood by Adolf Hitler.
All My Children will continue in a moment.
Professor, I would have thought that you'd be out there getting votes to see this gambling mall built by supporting this Chandler guy.
I don't understand what you're getting at.
Now, don't get on the high horse with me, Professor. I mean, just between you and me. You like to place a few bets at the track, don't you?
What makes you think that?
I'm not blind, Professor. Under the front seat of the car, I picked up a racing form or two.
I can't imagine how they got there.
I can. Of course, all I have to do is ask Mrs. Wallingford to verify the handwriting, and then maybe we could get into some kind of...
I wouldn't do that if I were you. It would only upset her. She has a very short fuse.
So I've noticed.
I would just forget about them.
You know, you must admit, it is a bit ironic, isn't it? Here you are, pounding the pavement to outlaw gambling, and you being a gambler? Don't you feel the slightest bit hypocritical?
I most certainly do not. I will do everything in my power to keep our little town untouched from exploitation of any kind. I refuse to see Pine Valley become a haven for riffraff.
Now, that's your privilege, Lenny Vlasek. But don't expect me to buy that holier-than-thou attitude. If this gambling mall ever gets built, you'll be its best customer.
You were engaged here as a servant, and as such you have duties to perform. Now get out there with your potting and leave me alone.
No sweat, Lenny Vlasek. Remember, I see through you.
Hey, Mike. Well, what a pleasant surprise. Hey, what are you doing in town?
Well, I thought I'd come down, do a little work. You look great.
Well, thanks. I'm bearing up. Can I get you something, some beer, milk, or
no,
something?
I can't stay. I wondered if I could interview you sometime at your convenience. It won't take long.
Me? Interview me? What for? I'm hardly riding high on the hog these days, you know. I mean, I can't quite imagine what kind of story you'd get.
I saw a squib in the Times the other day about local people here waging war against the mighty Adam Chandler with you as their leader.
Oh, Oh, yes, of course. Well, yes, that is blowing up quite a story.
I thought it might make good copy, so I thought I'd come down here, talk to people, see the story through, see if I could sell it freelance. People love a good fight.
Oh, yes, don't they?
I have pitched it to a few contacts. Manhattan Magazine may be interested.
Really? Yes. Well, I mean, that sounds very noble of you to want to reveal our really very sorry plight to a wider audience. But I'm just wondering if people in the city would really be interested in local politics.
Well, don't forget, a lot of people commute to the burbs.
Yes, that's true. I'm also wondering if your curiosity is just strictly professional.
Why?
Well, I thought perhaps your past resentments with Adam Chandler might have something to do with your sudden interest in our plight.
I admit I would like to crimp his style, but I usually root for the underdog.
Yes, and?
And
you might just still be a little tiny bit interested in Mrs. Adam Chandler?
Palmer.
Oh, come on now. You must admit that doing a story on me or Pine Valley, eventually is going to put you in contact with your former fiancée.
So? I think I can handle that.
I'm glad to hear that. I just wonder if she or Adam can.
I am ashamed, Erica. I am really ashamed that I ever called you my friend. You know, you were once one of the most celebrated people in Pine Valley. We heaped accolades of praise on your head. We gave you our love, and what did you do? You sold us out to Adam Chandler. When you married that man, you took on all his attributes. His deception, his corruption, his greed. But you wanted his money and his power so much you didn't care what he did to Pine Valley. No, you must have known what he was up to, but did you do anything to stop him? No, you didn't even warn us what was happening. You are a traitor, Erica. You are a traitor to all of Pine Valley.
That is not true. I didn't know a thing about what my husband was planning to do. I didn't, not until yesterday. I promise you.
Well, if that's true, then you certainly haven't much of a marriage, have you? What husband doesn't confide in his wife? What husband doesn't tell her about the plans he has for the very town in which he lives?
No, he keeps his business to himself. He wants to spare me worrying about the details.
Details? Did you just hear that? Oh, this little lady considers a little thing like a gambling mall a detail.
I didn't mean that.
Well, whatever it was you meant, it doesn't matter much at this point, does it? It doesn't matter at all. You are Mrs. Adam Chandler, and as such I do want you ever to set foot on this place again. Do you understand that? Never, never, never. I'm sure you all agree with me. We do not care to cater to the kind of riffraff that pollutes our environment. Good day, Mrs. Chandler. You are now polluting our atmosphere.
You let yourself get so caught up in Scotty's
What do you expect me to do, Nina? I know that boy's case better than anyone else does.
I know you do, but I think that you were overreacting.
Okay, maybe I am. It doesn't change the facts.
No. I don't think that you had to quit your job at the lab
Nina, if I
over
can't
it.
work as a doctor in that hospital, I can't work in that hospital.
Well, you've got another couple of months and you're still suspended. What are you going to do?
I'll find something.
Cliff, you were miserable when you were just sitting here reading medical journals.
I don't need to be reminded of that.
Well, I just don't want you climbing the walls again.
I won't. It's not going to happen. There's got to be something out there I can do while I'm serving this sentence.
All right. You're right. Now, let's talk about that. Like what?
I don't know. Tom's out of town. Maybe I can help George run the goalpost.
Oh, Cliff.
Well, maybe I can work construction. I'll be outdoors.
You are a doctor.
I can't practice medicine.
I just think that you should be able to help people. I mean, like maybe you can teach at the university.
No, I'm not a teacher. I wouldn't even know where to start.
But you just have to do something where you're useful and...
Nina, I'm going to take anything I can get. But I am not going to go back in that hospital with my hands tied, doing things that don't help anyone, change anybody's life.
Babe, I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
I knew this was going to be tough. I did. I just didn't know it was going to be this tough.
I'm behind you all the way.
Yeah? How do you feel about packing a box lunch for a carpenter?
I'll do that. If you're the carpenter.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Do come back again. And give my love to all the Hoffmans now. Bye. Goodbye. Come back soon. Oh, Edna, you haven't signed yet. Here, you must sign this petition.
What did you say? I must sign? Nobody tells me I must do anything. You want to rephrase that?
Yes. Would you sign, please?
Pretty please.
Oh, Edna.
No, I'm sorry. I don't want to do this, and I resent you using your beauty parlor here this gang for political purposes.
I will use my beauty parlor for whatever purpose I see fit.
Well, then you go ahead. I'm just here to get my hair done.
Well, my dear, if you don't sign, you won't get your hair done.
Is this a little blackmail I see here?
You call it whatever you wish.
Are you going to strong-arm all your customers this way, Fees?
Only those who refuse to sign.
Well, I am a citizen of the United States, and you cannot bully me with your tactics.
I couldn't care less, my hair. You just do your own hair yourself, right?
Now, you just wait a minute. Who do you think you are? Do you treat all your customers this way or just me?
You know, I'm beginning to wonder just what it is your unwillingness to sign this petition. By any chance, could it be that you actually favor a gambling mall in Pine Valley?
Oh, I'm so excited. I can't wait. It's time that this town got hopping a little bit.
What?
What? I think it's terrific. There's going to be somebody here with a sense of sportsmanship and fair play. I think it's really going to be terrific. I think the town is going to be run by exciting people instead of stick-in-the-muds like you.
Then may I suggest, Mrs. Ferguson, that you go right home, pack your bags, and get yourself back to New Orleans. I'm sure that Bourbon Street will greet you with open arms.
I don't have to. If things go the way I planned, Bourbon Street will be right here in Pine Valley. I think it's going to be terrific. Excuse me. Dottie, honey, I don't want to get my hair done here, actually. I think this place is really quite low class. Would you mind calling a taxi?
That's okay, Mom. Go ahead.
Thank you, sweetheart. Bye.
Mrs. Wong, I'm very sorry. I mean, she's usually not like this, and I'm sorry.
Oh, yes, she is usually like this. Only this time, Dottie, I am not forgiving her.
Hi, Mrs. Wallingford. Just came by to pick up my paycheck.
Oh, all right, Dad. Fine. Just a minute here.
Oh, I see you've already got the petition.
Yes, you haven't signed it yet.
Oh, yes. No, I did. My mother's got one.
Oh.
I have got to get out of here. I can't let Ted see me. Would you do me a favor? Please cover for me. And
surely, Dottie, I will.
Dottie, what a surprise. It's great to see you in here. I mean it. It's really great. I guess you and I haven't had much of a chance to talk since our breakup.
No.
I just wanted to tell you that there's no hard feelings on my part, and I'm praying that there aren't any on yours.
Dad.
No, look, Dottie, I didn't mean to hurt you. I really didn't. I enjoyed all the times that we spent together. And I mean it. Dottie, I'm hoping that you and I will remain friends because I like you. I mean, I really like you. And I want you to know that I fully intend to pay back every cent that your mother gave me to date you.
Dad, excuse me.
Look, Palmer, I care about Erica. I even feel something for her.
Well, I'm not surprised.
But I am also worried about her. Adam Chandler is one strange man.
You don't have to tell me.
It worries me that she is married to a man as ruthless as he is.
You don't think she can handle him?
Well, I don't know. I'm going to keep an eye on her. For her sake.
For her sake or your sake? Are you sure? You sure of that?
I'm positive.
Well, I just hope you're smart enough to keep hands off.
Is this a warning?
I've worked with Adam Chandler, and I know him pretty well. And there's one thing I've learned about him. He has a violent streak that, if I were you, I wouldn't tangle with.
I'll watch my step.
Yeah. Well, I don't want to tell you what to do. But if you care for Erica, then you treat Adam with the utmost care.
Are you implying that this man is a time bomb ready to explode?
Yes. Yes, he is.
I never thought I'd see the day. An outcast in my very own hometown.
Darling, you're nothing of the sort.
Adam, you weren't there. You didn't see the way Phoebe Wallingford turned on me. The name she called me, the way she accused me of trying to ruin Pine Valley. Oh, and everybody else in the Glamorama, you know, they heard her. They heard everything she said, and not one of those people came to my defense. Not one of them.
So they're all afraid of the old crow.
Oh, no. They all agree with her. I mean, I could see it in their faces. They all think that I'm responsible, Adam.
They don't realize how beautifully I've orchestrated this whole project. When they realize how much new business I'm bringing into Pine Valley, they will all proclaim you their benefactor. You'll see.
No,
I've been through this before.
You don't understand these people. These people love Pine Valley just the way it is, and they blame me for marrying somebody who wants to change it. Oh, they have always been jealous of me. But now, well, I don't ever remember feeling this hated.
Oh, darling, I could kill Phoebe Wallingford for putting you through this. I'm going to get you out of town. Till this whole storm blows over, why don't you go and stay in the house in Paris? That way, no one can accuse you of being responsible for anything.
Can't do that. Oh, I'd love to do that, but I can't do that. Then everybody's going to say I don't have enough strength to stand up to Phoebe Wallingford.
Darling, last thing I wanted was for you to become embroiled in my business affairs. I wanted to protect you from all this controversy.
Well, I guess I can't be married to you and keep away from controversy. So I'll stay here and I'll be your wife. I'll be your wife in every way.
Do you mean that?
Yes, I mean that. I want to hold my head up high. But after the way Phoebe Wallingford spoke to me today...
No. Don't worry, honey. It'll all blow over in just a little while.
I'm never going to get over this.
Oh, yes, you will. Of course you will. You'll hold your head high again, I promise. Even if I have to drive everybody else in this town to their knees to make it possible.
What are you planning to do?
No, don't you worry your pretty little head about it. You trust me to take care of Phoebe Wallingford and her cronies the way I take care of everything.
Adam, you're not planning to do anything foolish, are you?
How little you still know me. I never do anything foolish. I plan everything very carefully in advance. And when I want to make someone pay, I do it with delicious precision.
Tonight, Red Buttons unreels his most embarrassing moments on foul-ups, bleeps, and blunders. Then Jack has to shape up in the romance department, or Janet will lose her new job as an exercise instructor on Three's Company.
This is David Hartman. A solar eclipse occurs tomorrow, and Good Morning America will tell you how to view it safely. Also, Olympic marathoners Greta Weitz and Joan Benoit, plus the Go-Go's and Teddy Pendergrass on Good Morning America.
Stay tuned for One Life.